Journalist Julio López says he endured years of harassment and violence by the Nicaraguan government and its supporters for his investigative reporting on corruption and human rights. But in April 2018, the repression took a darker turn. Pro-government activists stole his cell phone and beat him unconscious while he was covering a protest. Threats and surveillance escalated until last June, when police issued an order restricting his ability to travel. López fled to Costa Rica. His outlet, Onda Local, still has a handful of reporters in Nicaragua. But López doesn't know how much longer it can continue to operate. "I'd prefer to be in my country doing my job," he said. "But the circumstances force you to leave. Returning to Nicaragua, for now, isn't possible." The crackdown on journalists is part of a recent effort across the region aimed at non-governmental organizations such as Onda, which receive funding from international sources to help in missions that include battling corruption, alleviating poverty and otherwise improving the civic life in their sea. Onda had received money from a local foundation funded in part by the U.S. and European Union agencies for international development. Experts say the foreign agent laws of Central America undermine the Biden administration's strategy to work with these groups to reduce the underlying causes of migration. The crackdown, they warn, can harm the stability of communities and scare off foreign investment. Administration officials acknowledge the setback and agree it could ultimately lead to an increase in migration to the southern U border. In January, Nicaragua implemented its foreign agents law, targeting groups deemed by President Daniel Ortega's government to threaten the security of the nation by requiring organizations with ties to international institutions to register with the Interior Ministry and provide monthly income and other Central American countries, including Guatemala and Honduras, have recently passed similar laws. El Salvador could soon implement the most restrictive version in the region, including a 40% tax on funds from foreign sources. The laws offer governments of those countries more power to monitor and control businesses, organizations and people receiving international funding. With the stated goal of rooting out alleged security threats, the regulations prevent registered foreign agents from carrying out activities considered political. But these governments take a broad view of what falls under political activities. That puts work, including assistance for people with HIV and AIDS, access to contraceptives and abortion, and the rights of gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender and queer people at risk. Many groups also provide food and clean water to the poorest residents. Governments in Central America, as well as in other regions, including Russia and Israel, have cited the